Hello, a very good morning to all of you. Again, now here we are proceeding towards our seventh chapter, that why did Magad Empire was only the empire among all the Mahajanapadas which emerged as one of the largest and the strongest Mahajanapada. Okay, so here in the last lecture we have seen that whenever we need to study the chronology of the history, or whenever we need to dive deep into the historical events, first we need to understand each and every event, the effect and the cause of each of every event on the certain future aspects. So right from the beginning we'll again revise some of the aspects of our history. So at the start stage we have discussed about Stone Age. Okay, and here we have seen Mesolithic, Paleolithic, Neolithic and Chalcolithic. So we have discussed each and every aspect which was related to this Stone Age. How did the man survive? How he was searching for his food? On what aspects did he dependent? Okay, and at the end of the Stone Age, we have seen that how Chalcolithic age was a very significant age, where we see that the metal age gets started. At the first, or especially during the Chalcolithic period, we have copper usage, and after that, slowly when we would be going towards Vedic age, we would be diving deep that how Vedic age was influenced by the Varna system, by the local and the village governance, how the village governance was being carried out, how the village was divided into the grams, and how Gramini headed over these villages. Okay, now this was only during the Vedic age, when we'll at the or especially during the later Vedic period, we'll see that the introduction of the iron metal was being seen. And since here we'll see that how agriculture became more dominant sector in the economy or in the society, and depending upon this activities, the agricultural activities, the division of the labor, the division of the economical activities, how we would be moving towards the Varna system. Okay, now the Varna system would be applicable here in the Vedic age also and in the later Vedic age also. After later Vedic period, we have also discussed, I have also told you about how did the Mahajanapadas evolved. In the last lecture, I have also talked about what is meant by the Mahajanapadas. So Mahajanapadas are nothing but the consolidation, the grouping of the Janapadas. Okay, the Janas are the people. Okay, and the group of the people constituted the village, and this group of the people which constituted the village, again they turned towards the society, the urban societies. Okay, so village would be converted into the cities or the urban center, from where n number of activities would be evolving in nature. Okay, so here during the Mahajanapadas we will find out that there were the most powerful 4 kingdoms. Okay, now let us study it with the help of the map. Now here you would be able to see this map. In the last lecture also I have showed you the location of the 16 Mahajanapadas. Among all the 16 Mahajanapadas, there were 4 Mahajanapadas, that is Awanti, Vatsa, Kosala and Magadha. Okay, now these 4 were the most powerful Mahajanapadas among the 16 Mahajanapadas. Okay, now when you concentrate on the chronology, you will see that at Vedic age, when we discuss about the Vedic age, we are at from 1500 to 1000 BC. right? If you remember our last discussion, okay, till the from the 1500 to 1000 BC is our Vedic age, okay. After that from 1000 BCE to 600 BCE, we'll find the Later Vedic period. Now, this Later Vedic period was such a period when we'll see the emergence of the settled agricultural system, the new generation of the new economical activities. Now, when you remember about the Vedic age, now the Vedic age was majorly dependent upon the literature that we study. Like, for example, the Vedic texts. Now, we have discussed a number of Vedic texts or the Puranas, which derived much of the information. Okay. Now, when we come towards the later Vedic period, we see that this system would be turning more forward. Okay. Now, in later Vedic period, as the agriculture becomes more settled, okay, the goods, the produced which are generated from this agriculture, okay, would be converted into the profitable margins. Like, for example, if you produce any particular good from your agriculture, okay, if you produce any particular goods from your agricultural land, okay, now when it was a period when in ancient India the goods were used for subsistence use only. What is meant by subsistence use? Now, if you remember the olden days, especially during your grandfather's days or before that, okay, so that time we used to have kitchen gardens, okay. Like, for example, we used to, produce the kitchen vegetables in our own farm. Okay, so that particular produce would be used for our daily lives or for the daily needs. Okay, now this kind of needs are the subsistence need, okay, which are used for our daily usage. Okay, so during Vedic age, you will find that the agriculture was carried out just for the subsistence usage. Okay, but in later Vedic period, when we see that due to the emergence of or due to the usage of the iron tools, we'll find that the agriculture would be moving more technically and more innovative format. So यहाँ पे in this period, when we have much innovation in the iron technology, you will see that the goods production would be raised. And when the goods production rises, we'll see that due to this, the farmer would be generating more profit. And when the farmer, which is situated in that particular region or the kingdom, who is generating more profit, okay, he would be eligible to pay taxes. Okay, he is supposed to pay taxes to the king. And in this way, the kingdom would be having a revenue generation, a strong revenue generation, which will act as an economical or the financial power to become more stronger kingdom from the 16 Mahajanapadas. Okay, now in this way, we see that during this period, or especially during the 500 to 600 BC, during the later Vedic period, okay, or at the end of later Vedic period. Now, NCERT talks majorly about from 400 BCE to 600 BCE to 400 BCE, that this is the period when we'll see that the most powerful Mahajanapadas will come out. And which were those most powerful Mahajanapadas? It were